Ooh.
Yo,
And
yo, yo,
we're
yo, yo.
live.
We're live.
We're 2 minutes late because technical
3
difficulties.
minutes late.
Oh!
Yeah, it's not good.
I've already said the first thing wrong.
It's okay. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
I was having some issues with my camera there for a second. I was low-key panicking, but we're here. We're doing it. We're good. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. And by the way, this is, if you're not familiar, you should be. This is Luke McKay. This gentleman right here was the one editing the PCT videos this summer. He's going to be editing a video of our Washita Trail through hike.
Probably 2 videos.
2 videos? No, 1 video.
It's pretty long after I trimmed everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to talk about this, but that's okay. He edited so much this summer. He did all the PCT stuff, and he did an amazing job. So if any of you guys watched the PCT videos,
Which none of you did.
This chat's already tripping me up, dude. If any of you guys watched the PCT videos, this was the man that made it all happen, or a lot of it happen. All right, we already got some chats here. Zach said Luke aged 10 years after editing all Kyle's videos.
I
disagree with that. I think he's looking great. You got the Jolly Gear shirt.
It's because my hairline, that's what it is. You check it out. I don't have a forehead. I got at least a 7 head. Look at that.
Lexi said Luke is the hero we didn't deserve. If you want to try to take it's like kind of awkward, but just don't hit the mic.
I'll burp right into it later.
Don't do it.
What do they say? Trail Tales is back. Yeah.
Trail Tales. We're actually okay. Speaking of Trail Tales, tomorrow morning, an episode that we recorded like a month and a half ago in this very spot, is going to be going up, and then tomorrow we are going to be recording another episode that won't be out for a few more weeks, most likely. But lots of Luke Trail Tales content in the horizon, on the horizon. Look at that. We already got a freaking super chat, dude. Milo, who's always hooking it up with the super chats.
Thanks, Milo.
$10 super chat. And they said PCT videos were amazing. Thanks for making them happen. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's directed at him because.
I mean, Kyle did all the filming, but your boy was the one who edited them. If you didn't know.
He put in work, man. He put in work. And
it was really fun, though.
We actually talk about that quite a bit in the episode of Trail Tales that's dropping tomorrow. Here's a good one. Sophie wants to know, are you in a camper or tiny house?
I wish it was a tiny house. It is not a tiny house. That probably will happen in the future. I'll try to build one from the scratch up. But this is my trailer. I live in anytime someone finishes a through hike, all they want to do is figure out any kind of way to dirtbag full time. So this is my attempt at that. This is my trailer. You get to see this is my office, my TV room, my guest bedroom, and maybe 1 or 2 other things.
Your live streaming room?
Live streaming, podcasting room. It's multi-purpose, just like everything in the trailer is.
Milo, who just gave that super chat, also said that they are a fellow trailer house friend.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Tell me about your trailer.
Yeah,
drop it in the chat.
Yeah, put some stuff about your trailer in the chat, Milo. And Milo, thank you for that super chat, by the way, and all your super chats. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, but whoever they are, they've been hooking it up in the last few live streams, so I really appreciate that.
This is a 21-footer. It gets me and Kyle. It's a good thing we sort of like each other because it gets tight quick, but that's all right.
It's all right.
It's nice.
It works out. And isn't this live stream setup sick? I wish I could live stream in this trailer every time, honestly.
We'll get some nice backpacking decor. We'll get a nice portrait of Darwin on the trail right in the middle here. Just a big, maybe like a Renaissance style painting of Darwin.
Milo said they live in a van, hoping to upgrade to a camper one day.
Nice.
I think a van would be pretty sick too.
I thought about the van life thing, and it is tempting, but I wanted something. I kind of want my vehicle separate from my home so I can take the vehicle and take it to even more way out places. And also I'm kind of thinking future wise, I want something that is conducive for 2 people. So, here we are in the trailer.
Outdoor Adventures with Shane just said, I'm gonna be fumbling I was fumbling my words so much before we started. Like, we were literally sitting here like getting ready, and I was just talking nonsense. Dude, I can't talk tonight. Anyways, Outdoor Adventures with Shane. Said, I see Dan Becker is adding a second channel. Is his new channel called Hiking with Kyle and Dan? So that must be what that video is about.
Oh,
yeah. Luke and I just saw Dan Becker's most recent like video pop up a few minutes before we started, but we didn't click on it.
Was it just uploaded like a few minutes ago, or have you guys watched it?
It was that one that we were talking about,
right? But I'm just wondering, did it come out 10 seconds ago or 3 hours ago? Like,
it must have been sometime today. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess he's starting a second channel. Damn, good for him.
Interesting.
I haven't talked to Dan for.
I thought that he was quitting. Was that the thumbnail?
No. It was like, I don't remember what it was. It was like something about that. I don't know.
He's quitting to make a second channel and do even more work. Whoa, that sounds like the opposite of quitting.
No, Dan's grinding.
Yeah. Dan's doing the work.
By the way, if you guys haven't hit the like button, I gotta do my YouTube bullshit. Please hit the like button. We always try to get.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You're cracking me up, dude. We always try to get the number of likes equal to or greater than the number of people watching by the end of the live stream.
How could it be greater than?
It happens. It happens because people come in and out, So
which
you shouldn't do. You should watch the whole thing. Please.
It's a weird,
but
strange.
No,
world.
You can come in and out. It's okay. Let's see. Anyways, let's get to some of the questions here. Most of it's just people roasting me for my choice of beverage and talking about vans and
boosh.
But if you guys have any questions, especially about the PCT videos or anything backpacking, thru hiking related, because by the way, if you guys don't know, Luke is also a thru hiker. He hiked the AT.
Yes,
among two other and smaller thru hikes too.
Yeah, smaller, not several thousands of miles, but that's your big boy.
That's the big boy. So if you guys have any questions about thru hiking, backpacking, or about the PCT videos, how the hell we pulled that off, put them in the chat. I'll try to get to them. I feel like I'm looking all over the place. I'm trying to listen to you.
Okay. There's a lot.
Camera, trying to look at the chat.
A lot of fun things to look at.
We got another super chat from Milo, though. Milo hooking it up like usual. A $5 super chat, $4.99 to be exact. And they said, like the video or else. That's right. Please do
or else.
That is a threat. No, it's not.
That's a promise, not a threat.
It's a promise, whatever that means. But Milo, thanks for your super chats. Hooking it up tonight. I really appreciate that. Let's see. I can answer this one. Well, my answer is not going to be that good, but I can try to answer it. Greg said, doing the Long Lake to Placid section of the NPT, where's the best places to camp? When I did the NPT, we kind of blew through that section because it was the last section and we were kind of just like trying to get it done. But I'm trying to think of some good campsites. We stayed at Cold River number 4. And me and Flossie, that is. And that was a nice spot. There was a bunch of nice spots. And also there's a few really cool campsites. Like if you're going northbound, there's a couple of really cool campsites on Long Lake. Like for that first, I don't remember, maybe like 5 or 10 miles after you start the section. So any of those lean-tos near the lake, they were awesome. So NPT is sick, dude. It's tough trail, but it's sick. Let's see. Hunter's Trip said, when you both were on the AT, how was your 100-mile wilderness experience?
I have such a good story.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so as you know, there's like Shaw's Hiker Hostel, which is in Monson. It's the last hostel, whatever, that you get to, and they do that food drop, in kind of sort of in the middle of the 100-mile wilderness. I mean, the first half is kind of difficult. You can't really fly through it because it's not that nice rolling out the red carpet for you that you think. It's not.
People make the 100-mile wilderness sound like it's a total cakewalk,
right?
Which the second half probably is.
Definitely,
but the first half is not.
First half's definitely not. Like getting up to Whitecap and all that. It's not super easy. But anyway, so you get like through halfway, you get to like Joe Mary Road or whatever it is. That they do the food drop. That Shaw's does that. And we get there, and there's a whole bunch of hikers gathered around. We were all already gathered around the road for hours that morning in cold rain, waiting for Trail Magic that never showed up because we'd been told it was going to, and it did not. That's another story. But Shaw's, they roll up in their little van bus, whatever, and they've got all this food. and they're like, all right, everybody gets their food, and then somebody, after everyone's kind of settling down, they get what they need to, they put it in their pack, whatever. Somebody goes, hey, I've got a little bit of extra food, and human nature took over, or like our like animalistic nature rather took over. I mean, people got shoved, people fell on the ground. It was like a piranha frenzy. I've never seen anything like it. It was a little bit scary just because it was very real in the sense that people were hungry and they were ready to tackle some folks for a Cliff Bar, and people got tackled.
So how many hikers were fed in the 100-mile from that?
I mean, there wasn't a lot of extra food. That's hence the frenzy. I don't remember, but everyone gets their food drop and gets all that organized before they go out there.
Not me.
With Shaw's. I didn't do one either. And I was one of the people that freaking was like, hey, get out of my way, I need a Cliff Bar. So I did. And anyways, yeah, it was cool though, if that answers your question.
The 100-mile, dude. We got Annie in the chat. Annie is a moderator. Thank you so much, Annie. She's also a Patreon supporter. So
thanks,
if
Annie.
there's any other Patreon supporters watching, thank you guys very much.
Cheers.
Let's see here. Ross B said, apologies if I missed this, but do either of you have thru hiking plans / goals in the near future? Starting the PCT May 14th. That's the day before I started the PCT.
Nice.
And I'm getting stoked. Maybe I'll see you out there because I'm going to go back and finish most likely. Life's a little crazy right now, but most likely I'll be going back this upcoming summer and finishing the miles I didn't hike this year on the PCT. And then Luke,
yeah,
it's kind of a sore spot.
It's not really. I went to the Air Force, paid for my undergrad, which I ditched after 3.5 years. Why didn't I finish? You tell me. And so because they paid for that, and I went and lived in the woods for 6 months instead of actually going and giving the Air Force the time and the service. I have to pay them back for that undergrad they paid for. So I have to do that either through paying them with money or with time. So I'm giving them that time. So the next 4 years, starting January 10th, I'm going to be shipping out, and I'll be doing medical stuff, which is what I was going to Auburn for. That's where I went to undergrad. I'll be doing that for the next 4 years. So hopefully I'll still be able to work with Kyle during that time. I think you'll still probably maybe see some of me / at least the stuff I'm doing with Kyle. So I just got to go through some training first, and then I'll be more freed up to do things like that. But after that 4 years, that's what the trailer's for. We're going straight back to dirt bagging, straight back to thru hiking. I don't have any specific trail plans because 4 years, who plans 4 years in advance? It's about today and now. So I'm just going to hit up all the thru hiking friends and say, yo, where you at? What trails you doing? I'm coming along. So that's the idea. So it's going to be 4 years, but I'll still make some content and still work on stuff with Kyle during that time. So
you're going to meet a nice girl and get married before you get down the Air Force, and you're not going to be able to do
hopefully she's as much of a hippie as I am. And it's like, yeah, I'd love to live in a 40-year-old metal box. So that if anyone,
you'll find her.
I'm just kidding.
we got a super chat from Lexi here. Lexi, thank you very much. Lexi has been a long-time commenter and supporter of the channel. She said, I got a $5 on the Ultimate Trail Tales episode. Flossie, Brandon, and Luke all at one time on the podcast. That would be amazing.
Dude, I'm in. I love them.
I don't know how I would do that.
They're better than Kyle is.
I wouldn't get a word in, I'll tell you that, but that's okay. That would be amazing.
It would be fun.
That would be so much fun.
We tried to get in touch with Brandon and be like, yo, come hang with us on the Washita Trail when we were out there. But he was working. He was doing big boy adult things, unfortunately.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That would be cool though.
Thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in, by the way. And if you haven't hit that like button, I will say that multiple times.
Like that smash button.
Let's see here. That would be such a fun episode, honestly.
It would be.
Lexi also said, thank you for your service, Luke. I was in the Air Force, too.
Awesome. That? Tell me how long in the chat.
Yeah, Lexi, let us know how long you served for. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. I'm sure we missed some questions. Hit us with the questions, guys. Dude, I literally can't talk tonight. I forgot to put an S on the word questions.
You don't need it. It's just S's are suggestions. Beer. This is also
so I'm not like hammered, well. You know, and it's been over the course of a few hours. Like I guess
we're good, responsible YouTubers.
Here's a good one. We have to be careful with this one, but it's okay. Okay. Glenn Hall said, that was the most fucking Karen shit I've ever said. What was?
I didn't do it right in the mic. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Glenn Hall said, what was your worst hangover on the AT?
You know, why don't you go first?
I only had one because I didn't drink that much on either one of my through hikes, my long through hikes anyways. Right. I had one in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, because we took an impromptu zero, and you're in Duncannon. Like, what the hell? Like, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
It's not. I mean,
there's the church, there's the Doyle, and there's the diner, and that's it.
And a bar, apparently,
and a strip club.
There's a strip club there.
There's a strip club near Duncannon. I did not go.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No thanks.
I've never been to a. Okay.
I mean, no. Sorry.
We got drunk in. When I say we, it was like Luke wasn't there, but we didn't know each other back then. I got drunk in Duncannon, Pennsylvania, and the next day I felt terrible. I wasn't even that drunk, but I just didn't have any sort of alcohol tolerance because I hadn't been drinking. And I just remember the next day when we were zeroing, we had to take a shuttle to Walmart to resupply. And there was like so many hikers in the shuttle. And it was just a minivan. It was like a Chrysler minivan. And so I was just stuck in the back. You know how like all the seats are taken, but like, who cares about seatbelt laws? Like any of that stuff. Just shove all the hikers in the back of the van. And so I was just in the back of the van, and I was like balled up next to a bunch of people, and like it's shaking, it's hot, like, and I'm hungover. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Mine was in Uncle Johnny's in Irwin, Tennessee, which, me and some friends, we all got food poisoning from the Pizza Plus in Irwin. Shout out to the Pizza Plus owner who gave me a hitch in Marion, Virginia. I don't like you. Just kidding. And I drank a little too much, and we didn't even stay at Uncle Johnny's. We all camped like cheap bozos across the river, across the Nolichucky. And so I had to walk across that bridge in the dark, a little bit too drunk. But to be honest, didn't really drink. I'm not a huge drinker, and I didn't drink that much on trail. That was the only night that I really drank a little too much and had to have a little assistance on the walk home. But and then it combined with the hangover, combined with me getting food poisoning that followed in the morning. My hammock ripped down the middle. I fell in the sand on the river and pooped myself.
This is the story you told on Trail Tales.
I think so. So go watch it there. Tomorrow. I won't retell that story, but
you can retell it. Most of these people aren't going to hear it, but they should. You should go listen to Trail Tales.
Yeah,
but it's not out yet, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, that's the gist of it. It was me and 3 other guys, and we dropped like flies one after the other, like within a 24-hour period. So like the next morning after we ate a Pizza Plus, dude comes out of his tent, friend named Twinkle Toes. He goes, "Guys, I shit myself." And then and then that afternoon, one of the guys was in the minivan. He was in the back of the minivan going to get resupplied in Irwin from Uncle Johnny's. And then he was like running to the front, busting out of the van door, let me out, and he freaking hurled. And then the next guy went, and then I know it's coming for me. I know that I'm next on the docket. And sure enough, that next morning it got me, plus the hangover. So it was and the hammock ripped. So thanks Uncle Johnny's for supplying me with a new hammock. And it was a good time.
Hangovers on trail are always a good time. I got a really nice message here from someone. I don't know how this person doesn't have a username. It's just blank. Like, look at this. There's just no username, but
it's Hey Kyle.
I guess their username is Hey Kyle. The message says, "Hey Kyle, it's my first time joining a live chat. Already liked the video. Thank you. If you guys haven't done so, I'm really going to harp on that tonight.
Smash it.
Love your videos. Thanks for all the info and nonsense on backpacking. I've learned a lot from your videos, so thank you. Thank you, Mr. No Name or Mrs. No Name or whoever you are, No Name. That's a very nice message, and I wanted to read that one. Here's a good one. Favorite hiking YouTuber, keep up the good stuff. And I'm guessing they're British because of the way they spelled favorite. But I'm sure there's other places that also spell it that way. It's this way. That was right into the mic.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Favorite, why don't you go first? Favorite hiking YouTuber?
You know, I used Darwin a lot before I through hiked 18.
I love the way you said it. You used Darwin.
Sorry.
Not I watched Darwin.
I used Darwin's content rather to prepare myself for my through. But after through hiking, I feel a lot more that I don't consume as much backpacking content because I'll just go out and do it myself. I like, and I hate him that I'm gonna say it, but I do like Kyle in the sense that he's different.
Why do you hate that?
Because it sounds like suck up-ish.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But that Kyle takes a more sarcastic and funny approach. It's not just the cut and dry. This is the gear, and here's the specs on it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? So, I have a true crime channel now, bro.
You know, that's true. That's true.
No,
but
no, I don't.
I do really like Jupiter's cinematography. I like the effort that he puts into that. So I have been watching some of his PCT videos that he's started putting up after he's gotten off. So I guess my current one maybe would be Jupiter, even though I don't really watch any.
I haven't watched any of his PCT videos yet. I should though.
To be fair, I've only watched one. Because I'm kind of waiting on them all to come out so I can binge them. I'm one of those people. I wait till the whole show's out, and then I don't have to wait.
My favorite hiking YouTuber, honestly, I'm gonna say Taylor, the New Hampshire hiker. I mean, I'm also friends with her, so I'm a little biased, but I've actually been watching like most of her videos lately, and also I don't really watch that many backpacking YouTube videos anymore. I used to before I started my channel, but you got to understand just a little bit, like when you are making this kind of stuff, it's like, you're not really watching like a lot of it,
right?
But that's not a dig on anybody else,
right.
But I have been watching a lot of Taylor's videos. I've watched a lot of Jupiter's old videos. I mean, I've watched videos from just about every other channel that you guys probably subscribe to, but on the regular,
yeah.
Other than Taylor, I can't really think of anyone on the regular that I've been watching.
It's good to reference the other people that are in the field, and see what they're doing and make sure that you're being unique and different and not doing the same boring stuff. My Life Outdoors, I've actually been watching his stuff a little bit lately. He's a little smaller, but he's growing really quickly. And so I've been watching a little bit of his stuff just because I've been monitoring his growth because he's just on this exponential, and I'm trying to figure out why exactly it is. Because he's not like ultralight backpacker type.
No, he makes good videos.
Though. But he makes really quality stuff, so that's why I've been referencing it.
Yeah, I feel like anyone who makes like YouTube videos, like like trying to grow their channel and stuff, it's kind of hard to watch other people that make the videos in the same niche without trying to like analyze it and like be like, okay, why are these videos doing well? Like, what is this person doing? I kind of hate to say it, but it kind of makes it a little bit hard to just like watch those as like a straight up viewer. Other types of YouTube videos, like no problem, but I don't know.
No, I mean, I think it's a good thing because you're using it as a way to grow yourself without.
But you also don't want to just like rip them off.
That's what I'm saying is like watching them to make sure you're not doing the same thing and doing your unique stuff.
I did rip off Taylor's thumbnail one time not too long ago. And she called me out on it too. She sent me a message. She was like, this thumbnail looks familiar. I was like, yeah.
I wonder
that was like
where
a month
I got
or two ago.
inspiration for that. Nothing's original. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Nothing is original. Everything's just an inspiration from something someone already saw.
Pretty much. General Martok said, "You guys watch Camping with Steve? Have you ever seen this channel?"
I've never.
He's not a backpacking channel. He he goes out and I've only watched a few of his videos, but he'll go out and he'll camp in random ass places. Like I remember one I watched, he camped in a highway median. That's cool. Or another one I watched, he camped right on the American Canadian border. He's Canadian. He just does stuff like that. So it's not really backpacking, but he gets a lot of views.
I like camping though. All backpacking is for me is I'm a spot guy. I like finding a spot. It's not about walking. Walking's for losers. It's gross. It's using your legs and energy. It's gross. Find a cool spot, like camp.
You're pretty good at walking though too.
Oh, shut up.
How many miles have you walked in the last few years?
3,000-ish, something like that.
A lot. So he's pretty good at walking and camping, everybody. Let's see. It's not Sam, sorry. SA from North Carolina said, kind of hard to see you drinking a Busch latte when you were drinking a fine North Carolina ale last live. Dude, I knew people were gonna this happened whenever Flossie and I would live stream too. They're always just like, "Oh, why are you drinking that?" I don't know.
It's just cheap. Water, it's water, it's cheap.
I like Busch. Is it as good as a nice North Carolina brewery? No. But you don't like Busch?
It's not my go-to.
Oh shit! You should have told me that.
No. I mean, it's beer.
It's
beer.
Enough for him.
Exactly. I'm a little weenie. I like a good sour, and I like a good citrusy, juicy New England style IPA. But those are more expensive. Busch is freaking. This is 90 cents, baby.
I like Busch. It's not my favorite. I almost bought Corona actually.
Let them have it.
But they are. Trust me. Here's a good question from Ross B. I haven't really thought about this too much. You can start, Luke. I wonder if you've ever thought about this. Would either of you consider switching to tarps?
Yes.
Really?
Well, and the only reason why is because, I'm a hardcore hammocker. That's the hill I'm going to die on.
I know where we're going with this.
Hardcore hammocker. But if there's not trees available,
you already have done this.
Right. Exactly. If you go watch our Art Loeb videos. But yeah, if there's no trees available, if you're in the desert, if you're in Southern PCT, Southern CDT, whatever, something like that, you obviously can't use a hammock. So that is the only time I'd use a tarp. I've never used a bug net on my hammock. I haven't found the need for it yet. I haven't been in Washington in the middle of the summer, so stand by.
Don't go to the Adirondacks in the summer.
Yeah. I mean, there were a handful of nights on the AT where I was like, I could probably use a bug net, but I figure if it's only 3 to 5 nights out of 6 months, do I really need to carry an extra 5-7 ounce bug net? Probably not. So because of that, I don't really think I need to go buying a duplex or, a tent with a bug net and all that. So that's why I would just use my hammock tarp because I'm cheap. I'm not going to go buying an extra tarp. I've already got one. It's got storm doors. So yes, I'm okay with tarping. Sorry, that was long.
No, that was good. I've never tried it, but I am a little bit interested in trying it. I don't think I would do it for a long through hike, but one video idea I've had, and this is definitely not an original idea. There's definitely people that have done this, but I've always thought it would be fun to just go out for maybe just 1 or 2 nights on a backpacking trip and make a video where I go as ultralight as humanly possible. So no stove, no tent, just bring a tarp.
You can go out there with pretty much nothing.
Just bring my Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch pad.
What, for 2 days? Just bring nothing.
I mean, I want to
go out there with nothing but your boxers on and just let her in.
That's not a big. I gotta have some gear to talk about. But I think it'd be fun.
Talk about clickbait. Freaking, I backpacked with nothing but my underwear.
I went backpacking with no gear. I don't think that'd be a good example to set.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good, man. So I want to do a video where I just go as light as I possibly can. And for that, I would probably bring a tarp to kind of wrap it back into that. Somebody here it is. Somebody ramble on through said, saying hello from tent on the Florida Trail.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Where, I want to drop a comment how you like the Florida Trail because.
Yeah. How far in are you?
Yeah. Cause to be honest, it doesn't.
Florida Trail gets a bad rap.
Yeah. It's real. Yeah.
Tom Barty said, "Will you do live streams every week now?" That is the plan. Right now we're doing Wednesdays, but I'm thinking about maybe switching to like a Friday or Saturday night because it might be a little bit more fun. But I don't know. We'll see. For now, it's Wednesdays once a week. That's the plan. I'll probably miss a week or two here and there, but it's all good. SA from NC said, "I'm scared of the Florida Trail." I feel like a lot of people. I was kind of scared of the Florida Trail I'm not scared of the Florida Trail. I'm just scared of the sections where you're hiking in the swamps.
I'm the opposite. I really have no desire to walk what is it, like 400 600 miles on the road. It's not 600. I think it's like 400ish.
I'm not sure.
It's somewhere around there. Fact check me on that. I'm not a professional.
I don't actually.
It's a lot. Honestly. It's a lot of road walking, and I'm not super crazy about that. You know, it's not particularly safe. It's not particularly enjoyable. Yeah, you can freaking hoof it at like 3.5, 4 miles per hour. That is real nice pace, but it doesn't sound particularly
especially
interesting.
In Florida, like road walking in Florida.
Right. You know, the Florida man, he's gonna run you over. He's coming for you.
Or the dogs, dude.
Dogs, yeah, we had a dog run in on the Washita.
Part of the edit yet?
Oh yeah. I've edited all of it. I've trimmed all of it, so I've seen the whole thing in its entirety.
Dude, I don't think I haven't talked about this at all in any content yet. When we hiked the Washita Trail, dude, we both
our second to last day.
Yeah, we were like less than 24 hours from finishing. I had a dog freaking come at me. Like, it didn't actually attack me, but it was sketch. I did not get it on video, but I talked about it afterwards. That was not. But anyways, the reason I said that is because my friend Baker, who's been on Trail Tales a bunch, some of you guys listen to Trail Tales, he also had like a dog encounter on the Florida Trail when he hiked the Florida Trail. And I just feel like anytime there's a lot of road walking, you're opening up the possibility of fucking people's crazy dogs coming at you.
Right.
I don't like that.
I could be down for the swampiness though.
Really?
I'll just throw on the old ultralight sandals and let her eat, you know? I mean, it's the newness. It's the newness that I'm after. I have a problem with the newness. And so it's like no other trail is going to give you swamp and these awesome like big cypress trees and swamp. We did get some cypress trees on the Washita Trail actually, but
it's not like Florida.
Right, it's not like Florida. So the springs, dude. I went down and did some trail magic for a guy who did trail magic for me on the AT, and
on the Florida Trail.
Yeah, and they were at this area where there was this awesome spring. Anyway, there's cool springs all over it that you can swim in. It's clear. Some of them have like little caves that you can swim in and stuff. I mean, like you don't really get that anywhere else. No. So I mean, it has those things, but it's, to be fair, it's last on my list of national scenic trails.
It's not super high on mine.
If they solve the road walk issue, I'm down. I did hear that people would carry like penny boards and stuff.
So a couple people in the chat have mentioned that. Yeah,
that's cool. Just skateboard, you know, the road walks. That's not so bad.
That would be cool. Florida, it's definitely got some unique stuff.
Yeah,
good meth too. No, we got a super chat from Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you so much, Michael. Seriously.
We'll spend it on meth. Just kidding.
We will not spend it on meth. We might spend it on Busch Light, though. Michael said, Dan's new channel is going to be about camp chairs. # Go Bills. that one was all over the place. Is it really? I kind of doubt that. Because I don't know, though. Maybe it is. How funny would that be?
That'd be good.
I would have to start a war on that channel if that was the case.
It'd be a big
I'd have
meme.
No choice.
It's a good meme.
It would be a great meme, dude. But Michael, thank you for your super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you, everyone who's tuning in tonight.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting to the point where I have to pee. I'm not gonna lie.
Go pee.
Do you have to pee yet?
I mean, I could pee, but we can tag team it, you know. I'll take.
So let's have you guys ask Luke a couple questions here, then he'll pick one, and then he can answer it while I go pee.
I'm in.
In fact, right before I said that, Lexi asked a question saying, "Does Luke have any good animal encounter stories?" You can choose. Do you want to answer that one, or do you want to wait for another one?
Yeah, no, I'll take that.
Okay, I will highlight it right here.
It's
for
okay.
You.
I can remember 10 seconds in the past.
Be careful with the cords here, because I'm afraid one's going to get unplugged, and then we're going to get unplugged in the middle of a live stream.
It's all good. We wouldn't want that to happen.
We do not want that.
I don't have any like crazy. I thought I saw a mountain lion on AT. It could have just been a bobcat.
Bullshit. There's no mountain lion.
Okay, but there is on the Washita. That's definitely real. I did ask Uncle Krusty. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Go pee. So, so my one and only bear encounter on the AT was in wherever you do the half-gallon challenge in Pennsylvania at that state park. Saw a black bear, and it was the only reason it was a neat bear encounter was because it was insanely close. So I was kind of by myself, waiting on some friends to finish up some laundry before we went back on trail. At that state park. And so I was like down at this creek, filtering some water, and I just turned around because I sensed something off, and there was a black bear. It was just one. It was by itself. I don't know if it was a cub. I can't reference it because there wasn't any more around. And so, but I mean, it was like 10-ish yards away. It was pretty close. Make sure to lock the deadbolt so the ghost doesn't open.
I'll try.
So that was it was really close, but I just said bear, turned around. I was also in nothing but my underwear too at the time, so I was like real exposed. And then I also had a really, really close moose encounter in Maine too. I had a
moose can be kind of dangerous.
It wasn't a bull. It wasn't a bull. Fortunately, it was a cow. So, but I was just bebopping down the trail, and when you're walking, you're just staring at your hiker TV, which is just your feet moving, because otherwise you're going to eat dirt because you're going to trip on a root. And I looked up, and there was this pretty big female moose, and she was like maybe 10-15 yards away. I have a video of it. It's in my last episode of my AT through. It was pretty surprising, but those are pretty much it. And the rattlesnakes too. You got to understand, rattlesnakes are probably the most dangerous, I would say, just because you're not going to see the sucker until your next step is right on top of it. So those are never fun. I had 3 of those.
Dude, I'm amazed that more through hikers specifically, actually, don't get bit by rattlesnakes.
I too am surprised.
Like, have you ever heard of an instance of that happening?
I haven't.
I haven't either. Actually, I did see a news article. I didn't know the person, but I did see a news article. I think she was from Vermont. That's why I heard about it. But a lady got bit by one on the Arizona trail. But like, other than that news article, I've like nobody personally, not even like secondhand from someone I know personally, has ever said. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but like it doesn't happen very much, clearly. And like every person who hikes a long distance trail is gonna see multiple rattlesnakes, 100% guaranteed.
Right.
And so it's kind of, and I feel like a lot of people have like close encounters, like you just mentioned. Like I have one from the AT. None from the PCT, thankfully, but
just because you don't see them. I mean, and they're sunbathing in the middle of the trail, and they blend in, and they're gonna be in the trail because that's where the sun is. If it's a little chilly, and they're gonna be trying to warm up, and so yeah, I mean, it's really unsettling when you're in your head, when you're in the groove and you're going 3.5 miles an hour, and then I mean, seriously, like the next step is like on top of it. It's not fun. But yeah, luckily it I don't know anybody that's got bit.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Do you know anybody that got Lyme disease? Because I read that it was like 1 in 10 people.
I know, I've seen that too.
And I have a friend the one I just visited in Buffalo. She has it. She has it.
Really?
Yep. Can't eat any carbs the rest of her life.
Oh man.
Can you imagine?
Man.
Anyway.
I met one guy on my AT through hike who got it. Actually, my roommate in Vermont, he wasn't through hiking, but he got not Lyme disease, but another tick-borne illness one time.
There's that Lone Star one that's
it wasn't
you can't
eat
one, red meat or something.
Yeah, that would suck. I like a good steak.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I definitely have talked to people who've gotten Lyme.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the biggest, in my opinion, is one of the biggest concerns for, like, I was very mindful of that.
Yeah.
When I did the AT, but I was always mindful of it because it's also like very prevalent in Vermont. So I was pretty used to being like, all right, I got to check for the ticks. Right. I didn't do shit for tick checks on the PCT, and I definitely should.
Don't need. No, I mean, you don't really.
It's not as bad as the AT because Lyme disease isn't a thing, but there's still ticks and there's still tick-borne illnesses. The chances are much lower for sure, but like, I don't know. Tyler said, "You from Vermont? I'm from Waterville, up near Smugs. I am from Vermont." Tyler, Luke's going to pee now. I grew up in Jericho, Vermont, so not too far from Waterville, and I lived in Burlington for the past few years, but not anymore. That's cool though. I've never actually been to Waterville, but I have driven through it multiple times, usually on my way up to Jay Peak. Anyways, let's see some more questions here. If you guys got more questions, put them in the chat. And also, please hit the like button if you haven't already. We're getting close. We're at 102 likes right now. We got 187 people watching. Let's see if we can bump that up just a little bit. See if we can get closer. Your pee was so much quicker than mine.
Efficiency, baby.
Let's see here. Dusty said Kyle can't pee again until 150 likes. Tyler said my aunt and uncle are in Jericho. I still love their little corner store. That's so cool. Not many people are from Jericho, so that's cool. I also know. I think I know which. There's a couple little corner stores in Jericho. Anyways.
Did you miss any when you were out?
Probably. Oh, here's a good one. It's a good question, but I don't know if I really have an answer yet.
Someone said he didn't have to squat. That's right.
Let's see here. Earthling Annie said, "What new piece of gear are you most looking forward to in 2023?" Dude, I got a bunch of new gear for my our Ouachita Trail through hike. And I haven't talked about any of it yet on the channel because I'm waiting for that video to come out. And so
if Luke would just edit it.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It's okay. Luke's editing that one. He's been taking his time. But it's okay. I used a hammock on that hike, so I'm very excited about that. But I guess your question was 2023. I haven't even thought about my gear for this upcoming season yet, so I don't know. I might be getting a new backpack. A new CDT, ULA CDT.
Oh.
But it's not 100% confirmed yet. So I'm not really sure. That's such a great question, Annie, but I feel like I just don't have a good answer. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Here's a good one. I get this question quite a bit. It's a good question. General Martok said, "Are either of you considering," we were just talking about this, "are either of you considering through hikes abroad?"
Oh, yes. Number one, definitely Aurora
in New Zealand.
I'm not. It's not that I'm opposed to Europe. What's that one in Spain? The Camino. Everyone loves and talks about that one. And goes to hike it. That is. It's on the list, but the Aurora just. I don't know, something about it. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand, anyways.
Yeah.
And so something about walking across that, and it's a really decent through hike. It's like 1,000 miles or 1,400 miles.
I didn't realize
like
how
that.
long it was until I was talking to that guy in the airport I was telling you about.
Yeah,
like I was coming back from Hawaii like a month or two ago, and I was in a layover in San Francisco, like a long layover, like fucking like 6 hours or something, and so I was just bored, and I noticed there was a guy about my age, honestly, who had like a Gossamer Gear backpack, and he had ultras on, and he had a down jacket. Like he looked like a through hiker. He screamed it. And so I went up to him and I said exactly that. I was like, "You look like a through hiker." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm literally getting on a plane in a few minutes to fly to New Zealand to do is it Aurora? Something like that. Yeah. I don't know why I'm telling this story, but
no, I mean,
I had a thought.
It's one of the abroad trails that we were just talking about before we hit the live button. So, do you have any more? Those are the only two I really know.
Dude, I don't even think I want to do the Camino.
I don't know anything about it other than it's in Spain.
I don't know a ton about it, but I had a friend in college who hiked it like after she graduated, and she's not like a normal like through hiker or anything. And she said it was very much just like you hike a little bit. Maybe there's some trails, but there's also probably a lot of like paths and roads, and you're not camping.
Right.
You're staying in hostels, which does sound fun, but it's just not the same. It's not.
It sounds more. That's the reason. That you put the finger on it. It was because Europe to me, it's so densely populated. Like I remember on the AT talking to this European fella who was like, "Oh my gosh, the AT is so remote and so rugged," and I was like, "Is it?" Because, and I mean, but to him it was. It's because so many of those trails in Europe, because Europe has been populated for so long, is like there's not a whole lot of like wilderness, and so because of that, I mean, you run it, you get a hostel every single day, or you get a, it just seems more of a money pit to me, and I want more of that like rugged, you're out there kind of experience, which the Te Aurora sounds like to me. So
that's what it sounds like. General Martok said some of the trails in Georgia, parentheses, the country,
thanks,
are rugged and amazing. General Martok, are you in Georgia? We might be in Georgia right now. There's a chance.
Possible.
It's very possible.
Not the country. Parentheses.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not like the country.
Sure.
Like I didn't see any Confederate flags anywhere near here. Although you could probably put some. Anyways. But I'm sure we're kind of in the country.
There's another one. I only know because it's on the Gut Hooks / far out.
Another like international.
It's like Belgium or something. It goes around like the circumference of Belgium, but it's the same, where it's just kind of like.
I feel like there's a lot of trails in Europe. I feel like that. I don't actually know that. I've never been there, but that's just how I feel. Lexi said, "Where in Georgia? I'm just south of Atlanta." Bad time for my voice to give out there. Lexi, I drove through Atlanta today. This is the first time in my life I'd ever been in Atlanta. Yep. And I was on the highway. I was on 85. Is that it?
Yeah, 85.
I was on 85 in traffic for like an hour in Atlanta. So I didn't even get out of my car. So I don't know if you count that, but technically I was in Atlanta today. Let's see. Let me scroll up a little bit. If you guys have been holding out on any questions,
guys.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot. This has been fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
I'm having such a great time.
Isn't this fun?
I'm having a great time,
man.
But just come to Texas, and we'll do this every weekend.
To Texas? Oh, is that where?
That's where I got to do all that training.
I gotcha. Where in Texas? You don't have to say if you don't want to.
San Antonio and Houston.
Jumping all over the state. Not really. That's two places, but Texas.
Something
is a
like that.
State.
Something like that. Don't quote me. I'm a bad retainer of information.
Right. I've been to San Antonio and Houston. I was very young though. Ramrod said Glacier National Park would be an epic trip. You got that right. I went there in 2017, so it was before I had the YouTube channel. But I went there for a few days. Didn't backpack. I just day hiked and then car camped.
Yeah.
But it was sick. That was my first time ever hiking anything that wasn't in the Northeast, basically. And it was sick.
Yeah.
Robert said, come to Panama City, Florida. I don't think.
Hey, Redneck Riviera. What's up?
Before?
Of course I've been there.
Panama. I've never heard of Panama City, Florida before.
I've lived in Georgia / Alabama since I was a little fart. We're in Florida right now?
No. He's talking
about I know, but we're basically.
No, we're not.
We're basically in. Okay.
No, we're not. We're not even close.
Anyway, yeah, Panama City. Here. It's not quite the party central that it once was. And now, since the law cracked down on all the craziness, now you got to go to Orange Beach. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, Panama City. It's all right.
Is that in the Panhandle?
Yeah.
That's the part of Florida.
It's like a 10-hour drive from here to the tip of Florida. Okay. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were gonna say it's a 10-hour drive from here to Panama City. I was like, what are you talking about?
The Panhandle's like 4 hours away.
Really? It's that close?
Yeah, it's really close. You want to go?
Man.
Let's go tomorrow.
Might be a little warmer. Maybe. This is gonna be a tough one.
You need some help?
This one.
Have you gone? Oh, the name.
The name. I'm trying to say the name.
Figaro.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's me.
Have you gone snowshoeing on any Adirondack trails? I have. I did one time many years ago when I was in college, well before the podcast and the YouTube and the OnlyFans and all that stuff. That's a joke. That's a joke. There's no OnlyFans. I did go snowshoeing. I did. Oh my God, it's been so tabletop, which is a high peak 46er. I think it was, or maybe it was Phelps. I can't remember. Those two are very close to each other. I can't remember which one it was, but I did one of those and I snowshoed. And I didn't snowshoe for part of it. And I got yelled at by another hiker because in the Adirondacks, which I didn't know this at the time, to be fair, but you're supposed to use snowshoes. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's something like anytime there's more, I'm sure someone will know in the chat. Anytime there's more than like 8 inches of snow, you're like required to use snowshoes. And I was not using, I had them. I was using them for parts of the hike, but I wasn't using them for this one specific part where the guy yelled at me. And I was definitely post-holing like an asshole. And I got yelled at for not doing that. But it's okay. Let's see here. People are talking about Florida. Dusty said, Kyle, what's the next crime story you'll explore? We were talking about this.
We were.
You should tell that story.
I will.
Tell it right now.
So when it's too ambiguous, but that's good because it'll save Kyle to clear it up in his. No, it's ambiguous because I don't know the facts.
Oh.
So, okay. But Kyle will clear it up in his true crime video. When I was on the AT, it was like in New York or New Jersey or PA, something like that. It was like somewhere around this place called Raven Rock. I know we looked it up, but I forgot already.
I'll fact check. You
fact check me. It's like Raven Rock or something like that. And me and a few other hikers were camped. Probably is Virginia. It's somewhere in that middle-ish area. No. Anyways, doesn't matter. You don't know the people I was with, but that's how I keep track. I think Raven Rock, and so me and a few other hikers were camping. You know, we go to bed, all's well, and then in the middle of the night, I mean, seriously, like 1, 2 a.m., we are woken up and we look out of our shelters, tents, hammocks, whatever, and there's lights literally everywhere through the woods, and it's this officer that's asking us, "Hey, have you seen this person or this person?" It was a father and a son. I don't know. Should I tell everything if you're gonna do a video about it?
No, go for it.
Okay, friggin'.
I'm still not exactly sure if I will.
I'm looking up the article. We're like, no, we don't know who those people are. We're through hikers. We don't know anybody at all. And so they're like, okay. And so we went back to sleep, whatever. But then when we get up in the morning, we were about to head out, and the woods Maryland, are still. That's probably it. The woods are still crawling with all these people. It's forensics people. It's all kinds of park rangers. I mean, any and every organization is out there looking for these two people. And so we just start hiking like normal, and then a couple miles in, we get to Raven Rock or whatever it is, where it's like a nice lookout or something like that, and we were gonna go look at it, but it's essentially being guarded by these officers, forensics folks, whatever, and they're like, it is closed today. You may not come see the outlook. So we moved on, and come to find out, it's very sad, actually. Yeah. This father took his very young son, picked him up from whatever sports practice that he was at. So, you know, he's like in his around 5 to 8, 9 years old, whatever. And he took his son out and stabbed him to death and threw him off of the ledge, and then did the same thing to himself. It was very sad.
You were so close to it too.
And we were very close, and it was happening right where we were that night. Because he was, you know, hiked through where we were to get to that lookout, you know. So very sad, but the world is a sad place.
This is true.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. That's
but so it was really crazy. Luckily nothing happened to us. But yeah, craziness.
This just took a dark turn.
Yeah, I know. That's ask us a fun question.
It's a I don't want to say a good story, but
how do you keep the true crime stuff so upbeat?
I don't. I've only done two episodes so far. Do you guys like the true crime videos? Because I'm not gonna lie, both those videos popped off on my channel, and I don't want to just become a true crime channel, but also clearly there's a lot of interest there. So, and I've been seeing like so many comments from people telling me to make more videos like that. So, like, I'm gonna do it. Not everything, but like, I don't know. I'm in a weird spot with my channel because I never expected those videos to do that well. And they've been like, the first one I did, the Scott Lilly video, has like, it might even be close to 150,000 views already, which is way, way more than my channel ever gets. And then the most recent one about, oh man, I butchered her name earlier. Jerry was her nickname, Largay, also was popping off. And so I might make more videos like that because clearly there's interest in them, and I want to make videos that you guys want to see. What's so funny?
Best way to cut off a toothbrush.
That's what Matthew said. What's the best way to cut off a toothbrush?
You do the viral hot knife thing where they cut through the styrofoam, okay, and you cut off all but like a millimeter of the bristles. There you go.
I just snap them with my hands usually. And then I used pruning shears for one time because I made a TikTok of it. I have a TikTok. Do you guys know that? I have a fucking TikTok like an idiot. Go follow me on TikTok. It's the same videos I post on.
Oh YouTube. Yeah, last time he was visiting the trailer. It was so funny.
He had
just made the TikTok account, and he posted a video, and he was checking it every 10 minutes.
I got
he's like, oh, we got 100 more views. Oh, sorry.
I was new to TikTok.
It was a good time.
It was fun. David wants to know, what's the best beer? What's your favorite beer, Luke?
Oh, you won't.
Bush, apparently.
No, not. Oh, well, there's one from a local brewery here in LaGrange, so that is not applicable. I will say I love a Blue Moon mango wheat. Love it. Love it. It's Blue Moon, but it tastes like mango and wheat. Like most beer tastes like wheat. But yeah, it's super good. If you ever see it at your local big box store, go buy it. It's delish.
My favorite beer
Bush.
No, it's not Bush. I do like Bush though. Apparently more than you do. I almost texted you before I bought it too. I was almost like, "Do you like?"
It's
Bush?
okay. It doesn't matter. I mean,
putting them down.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Shit. There was a question I wanted to answer, and I lost it.
Someone else say they like mango wheat, so I can feel validated.
Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Mike's Trail Archive said, "Do you have any search and rescue stories? Hopefully not your own." I do have one kind of. Not from me, but when I was on my AT through hike, when I was somewhere in Pennsylvania, I stumbled across a couple day hikers. It was a woman, an older woman, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Can you grab me one too, please?
Yeah, I was going to do it.
Be very careful. He's got it. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but it was a woman that was just not in very good shape. To the point, and the only reason I mention that is because it was to the point where she probably should not have been on this trail, because it was clearly just too much for her, and she put herself in an unsafe situation. And so she was hiking with her daughter. Her daughter was, I don't know exactly, maybe like 16, like around that age, like high school age. And I passed these two, and the mother was like, she wasn't like bleeding profusely, but like her legs were scraped up, and she had clearly taken a fall, and she was like crying. She was just moving very, very slow, like just not good. And her daughter right next to her was just so nonchalant, like didn't even realize like what was going on. Like, again, she was 16, so like, but like still, like she should have realized something was up. And I saw her, this lady, and clearly just like in pain, like looked like a very bad situation. And I stopped and like I talked to him a little bit, and then I asked her, I was like, "Can you hike yourself out of here?" And she said, she kind of like took a deep breath and she was crying, and she was like, "No, I can't." And so I was like, "All right." And so I dialed 911. She wasn't gonna die, but she couldn't get herself out, and we're in the middle of the woods, I do have one. You do have one? Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. And so I called 911, and they came and got her, I think, because I kept hiking. Like the people on the line told me, since they had her location locked down, that I could keep going. And I never heard anything about it. I did actually pass some of the people coming in to rescue her on my way out. But yeah, so kind of search and rescue, I guess. But anyways, what's your story?
I guess mine's not really search and rescue either. It's just like a medical emergency in the woods, and we had to like kind of get someone out of the woods so that they could ambulance out of there. But if you like to forage, which I do, you should be very careful and also be mindful about what you're eating if someone else is offering it to you if they foraged it. And unfortunately, this was the day before we hiked into Damascus, Virginia on the AT. A friend, I won't say his name, he offered, I guess it's a trail name, Ketchup. He offered Engine, a friend of mine, some what he thought were ramps. And ramps are a member of the garlic onion family, and they taste great. They're great if you want to add them to your meal. That's beside the point. But they also can
They're not going to want to after this story.
Yeah. No, really, you should eat them. You should forage safely. It's good for you, and it's fun, and it turns hiking into a treasure hunt, and it's really nice. But ramps can look a little bit like lily of the valley, which is an insanely dangerous poisonous plant that you should not consume. And unfortunately, this guy Ketchup foraged a bunch of lily of the valley thinking they were ramps, and he doesn't have a sense of smell, and that's the best way to tell them apart. I mean, one smells like garlic and onion, one smells like a plant. And anyway, so they were lily of the valley, and she ate a bunch, and her heartbeat got into the teens that night. She started to really go, and we called. We were really fortunate because it was a night that we happened to have service, and we're relatively close to a road. I mean, we're like a half mile from a road, and she was carried to the road and got out of there, and she was totally great. She was back on trail, and she finished her through hike. Good, and she's her. Great. Yeah, she's awesome. But yeah, scary. Don't eat lily of the valley thinking it's ramps.
Let's see here. Yeah, dude, I remember you told me that story before. It's pretty crazy. That's why I just don't say yes to anything.
It's very fun. Listen, man, when you're eating nothing but dehydrated ramen and crap
you have
forever,
you have a good point.
Like fresh, and also people pay top dollar for fresh, foraged, organic, blah 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 blah. All the things, people pay top dollar for that stuff. True. And you get to get it for free 99, 5-finger discount. You should do it. It's fun, but do it smartly.
N.E. Barton said, I saw a guy eat a mushroom and he power vomited. I don't even know what that means, but I know exactly
definitely what it projectile.
Means. Power, not just a normal vomit, but a power vomit, dude.
He had to get a running start before he did it. He was like, all right.
This is a good question, Luke. You're a social guy. You got a lot of friends.
I don't know about that.
You ever run into someone? This is from David, by the way. Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
You ever run into someone that you know from real life on a random trail, or the opposite, like Tramley in real life?
No.
I don't think I have either.
No.
I was hoping you would.
Sorry. No.
That is a good question, though.
It's a great question. But to be honest, there's a bit of a separation between trail friends and normal life friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it.
How about this? Have you ever had, I've had this happen multiple times. Have you ever had a normal life friend who maybe you developed a relationship with, a friendship with, like over the years before thru hiking was a thing, and then later on they got into thru hiking, and then they're trying to reach out to you about thru hiking, but it's just weird because your friendship isn't based off of that?
Right. No.
That's happened to me.
All my friends pre my thru hike, my AT thru hike, I had to drag them to like, I remember my very first backpacking trip. It was an absolute disaster. And I had to beg and plead with my friends, like, hey, come on, let's go do something fun. Let's go be in the woods for a few days. And it was like pulling teeth. So, I mean, there's like the friends that you have to pull teeth to go do those adventures with. And then there's the people who are like, I will drop my job to go live in the woods for a while, so.
Dude, I had
different strokes for different folks.
I had let's see, 1, 2, kind of 3, 2.5, say. I had multiple people that were in my fraternity in college, and I was into hiking back then, but it was before I did the AT and stuff. I've had multiple people that were in my fraternity that have through hiked after they graduated. So like I knew them, like we were friends. Like, we had this thing going when we were in college, and I had nothing to do with hiking. And then here we are, like a few years later, they're reaching out to me and being like, hey, like I'm doing the AT, or like I just did this trail or whatever, and like I've seen your videos and like all this stuff. And it's just so weird because, and it's nothing against them, obviously. I doubt any of them are watching this.
You just don't know them in that capacity.
Exactly. I just don't know them in that context.
Right.
And it's just kind of interesting. But it's cool.
Definitely.
It's cool. My fraternity had, and we were not an outdoorsy fraternity at all. There was an outing club at Clarkson, and I'm pretty sure my fraternity, a bunch of drunk idiots, have more through hikers among their alumni now than the outing club does, which is badass.
Cool. That's really cool, because I don't know anybody from pre-through hike life that is through hike.
Really?
Nobody.
It's cool, man. I think there's 4 of us, including me.
That's
my
awesome.
Fraternity. Anyways, let's see here, guys. We've been going for over an hour. Dude, we've already been going for over an hour. Okay, so
time flies when you're having fun, baby.
It does. We're not done yet. And normally I would be more eager to end this because I would have to pee fucking like crazy, but I did that.
All right.
And I don't have to pee yet again.
Yeah.
So with that said, we're not done. We're going to be going for a little while longer, but we're going to get to the point in the live stream where, first of all, if you haven't hit the like button yet, I'm not allowed to pee apparently until I get to 150 likes. And so, we're actually pretty damn close. So let's get the number of likes greater than the number of people watching. So I
have to pee, so get it over.
You're allowed to. It's just me that's not allowed to.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So hit the like button if you haven't done so already. If you already did, then I also hate myself for continuing to ask you to hit the like button. Okay. I appreciate it if you already hit the like button. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that we're going to start to wrap up, but we're not done yet. We are going to take 3 more just solid best of the bunch questions. And we're going to be picky. So we're going to take our time. We're going to hang out. We'll probably still answer a few questions that come in that aren't quite worthy of the 3. Luke's going to go drain the whizzer one more time. But this is my call. If you have been saving any big questions, or maybe I haven't answered it, I don't want you guys to spam the chat, but I'm sure I've missed some questions. So feel free to put them in again. If I miss them, put your questions in now, because this is your last chance for this week. So if you have any good questions, we're going to be picky. We're going to sift through them, put them in the chat, and we'll get to them. And we'll probably still answer a few, just brief ones, even if they're not good enough for the 3 final questions. Let's see here. Lexi said, does the super chats don't count rule still apply? Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
What?
So if you do a super chat, it's kind of cheating, but I still want your super chats. Don't get me wrong, but like, we won't count the super chats. But still feel free to leave super chats. All right. We got some questions coming in now. So we have to agree on these questions.
Okay.
We have to be picky.
Where do they start?
I don't know.
Advice.
This isn't a bad one. I kind of like that one. We could riff on that for a little bit. You don't want that one? What?
No.
Okay. Let's see here.
Tackle Bill, your mom so dumb that when the weatherman said it was going to be chilly outside, she went outside with a bowl and a spoon. There, we talked about your mom.
Dude, your mom shit's getting out of hand. That was funny. Dusty said, who's the weirdest person you met on the PCT? That's Luke.
What?
That's you.
Where? Which question?
Dusty said, that doesn't count. That's not one of the 3.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. I know you want to answer this one, but we're not going to do it.
No, we're not.
Let's see here. These ones are a few. Maybe we could just rapid fire these ones. We're not really qualified to answer part of it, but
the women hiking alone. Yeah. I will say, with women hiking alone, there's so many amazing women that are on trail.
I literally talk about this in my video going up tomorrow. Actually, funny enough.
Oh, nice. The best part about hiking with women is you send them out to get hitchhikes by themselves, and then when a truck pulls off the side of the road because they think they're about to pick up a nice woman alone, there's like 10 dirty, smelly, nasty men that coming out of the woods and they're like, hey, we need a ride too. But from what I can gather,
here's a good one. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Escaping the office. I think that's a good one. Whoa.
Thanks, Robert, for the $2.
Yeah, I just saw the super chat from Robert. Kyle hates Dan Becker. You got that right. No, it's not true. I love Dan Becker. I do hate him though. Fuck Dan Becker. Escaping the office. I don't hate Dan Becker. I love Dan Becker.
He's all right.
I'm sending some mixed signals here. Okay, I think we should do this one. So the first of the last 3 questions is from Escaping the Office, which is a great name for a YouTube channel. What's much better than Experience Over Things? I'm just kidding, bro. Just kidding.
No, I mean, he's got a point. That's a good name. I like it. Get out of the office.
By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed to Experience Over Things, that's this gentleman. Go. I'm gonna put a link.
I haven't put a video up in a minute, but I'll put one.
Go subscribe to him.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna put your channel in the chat. So why don't you start off by answering this question? What's a 500-ish mile trail you want to hit?
The John Muir Trail. I think maybe more 500-mile-ish ones.
There's so many.
Give me a list. I'm not good at recall. I'm good at whatever.
Okay, I'll answer it then. I've said this multiple times. Burp. The Superior Hiking Trail in Minnesota is one I want to hit. The Ozark Highlands Trail, maybe. Although after we did the Ouachita, those trails are very close together.
Yeah.
So maybe
same, but
I still want to do it eventually, but it's just not as high on my list.
I want to do it for that YouTube idea I told you about.
I don't remember.
Nothing but Walmart gear.
Oh yeah, because it's in Arkansas.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ozark.
That's a good idea.
Because I did the whole AT in an Ozark Trail backpack just for the flex.
And by the way, guys, I just pinned Luke's channel. Please go give him a sub if you haven't already.
Thanks, guys.
What else? Oh, there's so many more.
I mean, I can only think of the Wonderland Trail comes to mind, but that's only 80 miles ish.
I guess that's kind of straight.
I'm trying to think of 500-mile ones. There's the
around. Like I think doesn't the squiggly line mean sub?
What's the 1,000-mile one that's east west in Washington
people are screaming at this right now.
Pacific
Northwest
Trail. Yeah. That one's cool, but that's more than 500. I can't think of I did the Pinhoti recently, which was like 400-ish. That one was cool, but it's a lot like the AT, I can't think of any more like 500-ish. I mean, the Camino, I think, is maybe around there.
Yeah, I think it is.
So,
what about the Tahoe Rim Trail? You ever thought about that one?
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Well, how long's the Tahoe Rim Trail?
I think it's like 140 maybe. I think it's 140. I'm not exactly sure though.
I need multiple choice,
Somebody, Coco just said the Sheltowee Trace. You know anything about that trail?
Nope.
I don't know much about it either. It's
343.
It's in Kentucky, I think.
Okay.
The New York Long Path from AD. I don't think I'm going to do the Long Path.
Tahoe's 160.
Oh, Tahoe. Sam from North Carolina said Tahoe is 165.
Kentucky. I don't know about any of this whatever trace trail in Kentucky, but I did do a trail in hiking in Kentucky is cool because there's caves up in there. Yeah.
Did you go to Red River Gorge?
No.
Okay, good.
But I went to I just went to Mammoth Cave National Park and did a bunch of backpacking around there for like a week or so. And it's really cool because it's there's a bunch of caves up there, and you can just be walking on trail and then find this little slot in the ground to slide into, and then it opens up into this cavern. It's really cool. So you should do that.
That does sound cool.
But I don't think it's 500 miles ish.
We need to do a cheers.
Oh, cheers to the super chats.
To Michael and
Dusty.
Michael Crawford and Dusty.
Thanks, guys.
Michael Crawford said $10. Here's for the bush. That covered about I don't remember. Probably about more than half of the 18 pack. I don't remember. I don't know. I haven't been drinking that much lately. But Michael, thank you so much for tuning in. Michael, if you have any other questions too, put them in. You don't have to do another super chat.
And Jonathan, thanks, Jonathan. Yo, what up?
We got to take them one at a time here.
Okay.
Michael, I love you. Please marry me.
All right, I'll take the next one.
All right, Dusty is on you, Luke. Trail names are stupid. I talked about this in a recent video. I agree. Do you agree with that? Roast him. Super chat. I don't care. Roast him.
I love trail names. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm living in an alternate reality. Oh yeah, sorry, the microphone's here. It makes me feel like I'm living in a different reality, and it's like I have an alter ego. You know what I mean? It's like
what's your trail name? Tell him your trail name.
Lil Otter.
Now tell the story, Luke. You ever been asked to explain your trail name story before?
Everyone. Ooh,
does that get?
That's true.
To be fair, my main point in that video, and I did say that I hate trail names, but really what I hate is just explaining my trail name story. That's what I really hate.
That's true.
But without further ado, here is Luke's trail name story.
I got Baby Trotter in Grayson Highlands, and that was on a section hike when I was in college, and I got it because I was the youngest and fastest in the group. And then when I was on the AT, my friends around the NOC time were like, you can't have that name anymore. You didn't get it on a through hike, and you're no longer the youngest or the fastest in the group, which they're correct. So they gave me Lil Otter because it kind of still plays on the Baby Trotter theme. But I was bathing in nothing but my underwear across from the kind of nicest restaurant in the river at the NOC, you know, right before the Smokies on the AT. And so I was putting on quite the show. I was sudsing up with my Dr. Squatch and everything. So that's how I got it. Lil Otter. Love bathing and swimming in rivers, lakes, ponds, whatever, regardless of temperature. Lil Otter.
I love how this all started because Dusty did a super chat, which is very much appreciated, by the way, Dusty.
Thanks, Dusty.
He's been commenting. He's been hooking it up lately. I appreciate that, Dusty. Any of you guys that comment on the regular, like, I recognize your usernames and I really appreciate it. But Dusty, thank you for the super chat. He also did $6.90, which is probably a play on 69. If that's the case, I appreciate it even more. But I also think it's funny that he was like, trail names are stupid. And then I was like, Luke, tell your trail name story. So that's funny. But Dusty and Michael, thank you. And then we also got another couple super chats. You guys are hooking it up at the end here. Jonathan said, dude, out west is the best. JMT is my vote. It's awesome. Jonathan.
Agreed.
Thank you for your super chat. I do agree about the JMT, but the thing is, the PCT coincides with not all of, but a lot of the JMT.
Yep.
And so I hiked a lot of the JMT this past summer.
Yep.
And so I definitely do want to go hike the JMT for sure. If I can get a permit. I know it's hard to get a permit, but
yeah, that's the deal.
It's on my list for sure, but it's probably not super high on my list just because I was literally just on it last year. But I would love to go do the JMT. The Sierra, dude. You got to get there.
I know it.
You will.
No, it's the West is just, it's grand. You know what I mean? That's the best word to describe it. It's just the AT. It's got its nice little green rolling hill, whatever. But the West, it's just bigger.
It's insane,
prettier. And I haven't through anything, but I've spent, not in the Sierras, but I've jumped around. You know, you're right. It's way better.
It's sweet. So Jonathan, thank you for your super chat. And then we got another one. You guys are hooking it up from MK Ultra Hiking and Gear Review. Guys, this gentleman right here, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched many of his videos, but he did make a video a few years ago that cracked me the fuck up, dude. What was it? It was about the Bluetooth speakers on trail. It's literally like a minute long. So go watch that video if you can find it. So MK Ultra Hiking and Gear Review. You've also been commenting and watching for a long time. I recognize that name since like at least 2020, maybe even before that. So that's awesome. I appreciate that. And thank you for your super chat. And thank you for watching. Anyways, let's see here.
Ben Mackay Trail, dude.
Did someone put that in there?
Someone did. Friggin' screw that mess.
Oh, come on.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's just
you're just burnt out on that stuff.
That's why. Here's the thing is that you get to a point where everything on the East Coast is a lot like everything on the East Coast, you know? Like the Pinhoti is a lot like the AT, is a lot like the Benton Mackay, is a lot like the. Anyway, when you get further up to like your area, it definitely starts to change. But
yeah,
anywhere like Northern Virginia South, it
is pretty similar.
Very
I
similar.
Get that. Like you've done so much of it, like you want something new. But I will say, someday when you go out west and you do a longer through hike, like the PCT, the CT, or whatever Arizona Trail, you will appreciate this stuff again.
Oh yeah,
and you will.
It's charming. It has its charm, like everything does.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the final questions here. We have 2 left, and I think this is a good one. What do you think about this one right here, Luke? Can you think of something?
I'll need a second.
Okay, I'll answer first. I don't even know what I'm going to answer, but Lexi Baker, longtime supporter of the channel, so grateful. Lexi has a great question here. So this is going to be question number 2 of the final 3, and this question is biggest pet peeve on trail. And I have a feeling, I don't know this for certain, but I have a feeling she got this question idea from us talking about, or me talking about the Bluetooth speaker very briefly, because that's a very common pet peeve is when people are playing music out loud on trail. But I'm going to try to answer something different. That is a pet peeve of mine, but I want to come up with something different.
You think, I've got one. It's short and sweet.
Okay.
If you're going to ask your group of hiking friends to get up for a sunrise hike at McAfee Knob, don't keep them up until 4 a.m. having sex in your tent.
This is very specific. Or has this happened multiple times? Well, obviously it has.
I plead the 5th.
That is fucking annoying. I haven't experienced that, but that is funny. That does sound like a pet peeve.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm trying to think of one. Oh my god, you guys are
cheers,
with the super chats.
Sorry, I just blew up the mic.
You're good.
Cheers.
Man, I feel like I need to answer this real quick, and then we'll go to the super chats. Ah, fuck. Biggest pet peeve. I don't want to seem like a douchebag either, because I am, but I don't want them to know that. It's kind of annoying. This doesn't happen very often, but every now and then you'll have like you'll be hiking and you'll come up behind somebody who's hiking your direction, and like they'll know that you're there, but they won't let you pass. And sure. And to be fair, you could just be like, "Hey, can I pass you?" I literally did that today when I was doing a trail run. But like sometimes if it's another thru hiker, especially, you don't want to be like that guy, like, "Oh, fucking look at me, dude. Let me just pass your ass. Like you're fucking slow." Like you don't want to be that guy. And so you want them to just be like, "Hey," like, because 95% of the time when you come up on somebody, they realize it and they happily, step aside to let you go past. Like I do that whenever that happens to me. But every now and then someone just can't let you pass. It's an ego. I don't know why. I shouldn't say it. I don't know why. But that's my biggest pet peeve. Anyways, thank you for that question, Annie. We got a few super chats we'll get to here. We got one from American Hiker 69. Where have you been, dude? Oh, you've been at a hockey game. What am I saying? Who are you watching play? Is it an NHL game or is it like some ECHL bullshit? I want to know. But American Hiker 69, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your Patreon support. Thank you for being a mod as well in the chat. It's much appreciated. And then M. Soko, another gentleman who has...
I know that name.
He comments on everything.
Yeah.
He does super chats. I want to marry him. M. Soko, thank you so much. He just said cheers, so we got to cheers. Cheers to you, M. Soko. Thank you, M. Soko.
And I loved your comments on the PCT videos. I did. I read them. He does. Yeah, I did. I read all your comments. I did like them. Thank you.
And then, I hate to blow through these super chats so fast, but I have to pee again. Tackle right. Bill with $5. Tackle Bill. I don't know what Bill did, but he's getting tackled. Tackle Bill just said, "Awesome, guys." I don't know if he's saying that we are awesome, guys. If he's saying, like, "Hey, guys, the live stream is awesome."
He's obviously something's going on. If he thinks that we're awesome.
But clearly it's positive. So Tackle Bill, let's cheers to him too.
Thanks, Tackle Bill.
Thank you so much, Tackle Bill. We should just cheers every... Damn it. Why did I think it was
at the end cheers every super chat.
Every super chat from now on.
That's just going to get us really drunk.
I'm already feeling
It'll be a drinking game. every dollar you donate is like, ooh. No.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm already no. We'll wait till the next
one.
one.
I made that awkward on purpose. That's like me every time I go to dap somebody up. I'm so bad at that, dude. Give him
some of that prolonged eye contact.
Maybe that's what it is. Just like, see, I tried to dap him up and he just, oh.
That was too smooth.
All right, let's try it again. Hands down first. All right, so we need to lock eyes. This is ridiculous.
This is lame.
Oh, we got another. Okay, hold on. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hey.
What? See, I suck at it. That's what I'm saying. No, dude. Fuck the dapping up. We got another super chat from Donna McSwain.
Life straws are really that bad. Flex, Versace.
Luke doesn't like the
who needs them? You can't. It's just you're just gonna drink out of a puddle. You can't. You know what I mean?
We have to cheers to Donna McSwain for a $5 super chat.
Your camera's blinking low battery.
Oh shit, we got a few more minutes still.
I have the USB-C here, but you're plugged up to the computer.
We're gonna be done before it does. Donna, thank you for your super chat. You guys, love you guys. Thanks for helping me waste time. Whatever it takes.
Dude, Daniel, good luck on the AZT, man. That's on the list too. Ooh. That sounds awesome. I was trying to do it this October. Too cold.
You almost do it?
Too cold. I went and did the Washita with this.
And then we got another one from Robert. He said, "Drink, go."
Oh
go.
Shoot!
And we forgot to cheers it too, so now we have to cheers it. Thank you, Donna McSwain. Thank you, Robert. We have to. Okay, we need to answer one more question before my camera dies. Let's see here.
Lexi, what was your question? I see a bunch of comments about your question, but Kyle's not scrolling up. I don't know what it is.
I'm trying, man.
It's all right. You can just pop it in again.
If anyone has any questions, this is your last chance. I really have.
And if suddenly the live stream ends, it's because the camera died.
The live stream?
The life straw is on the brain. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Is pee stored in the balls? No.
Yes.
It is?
Fact check that.
I might be wrong. I think you fucked up.
Oh well. Sorry guys.
I think you fucked
I
up.
thought it was Lexi. I thought Lexi asked the question. Isn't that what I said?
I don't
Lexi.
know. I don't remember.
Oh, I see what's happening now.
Dusty said, "Have you ever been kicked in the balls on trail?"
No.
Those are usually the kinds of questions I ignore, but the more I drink, the more I want to answer them. It's a funny question. One more question. And also, I completely neglected to say that we hit more likes than we did people watching. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who hit the like button. Let's see here. I want to answer this one, but it's not for you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Although I'll be honest, it's the element thing. Kyle brought some element on our Washita hike, and I'd never tried it before. He was like, "Oh, I'll bring some. You know, it's you should try it. It's a good time." And it was really good.
It's amazing, dude.
It was surprising. I mean, yes, it's salty, but when you're doing that kind of like intense, like it's saltier than Gatorade and whatever other sports drink. But it really hits the spot, like genuinely does when you're putting in that work for real. Like you're putting in that sweat. Too. It's like, oh my gosh, I love that this is like kind of weirdly salty. You know, it's like
great.
It.
So Outdoor Adventures with Shane said, "Could you tell or feel that element really helped you on your PCT hike, especially the desert section?" This live stream is not sponsored by fucking anybody
except you guys.
Except for you guys hooking us up with super chats. Speaking of which, Robert just gave us another $2 super chat. We have to drink again. Cheers to you, Robert. Thank you. I know this is amusing and you're torturing us right now, making us drink, but it is much appreciated. I didn't drink yet. But going back to this question about elements, where was it? Here it is. Could you tell or feel? Yes. So it's a thing when you are, again, this isn't sponsored by Element. I'm not making any money from them on this live stream, but I stand behind like everything I've ever done with them. When you're sweating a lot, like this is pretty much what I say in every video that's sponsored by them, but it's true. Like you need to replace those electrolytes. And I've had many circumstances, not on the PCT because I was drinking a lot of electrolytes, but I've had so many circumstances where I have just been dehydrated. Ooh.
Oh, it's just the spring.
And not drinking electrolytes, and you definitely feel it. And so on the PCT in the desert, drinking the Element electrolyte drink mix definitely helped. That sounded so corporate the way I said that. Drinking the TM.
Really, it's not sponsored.
But like, no, it actually did help a lot. And I remember there was a couple times too where Flossie, we didn't even put this on video or anything, but there was a couple times where Flossie was like, oh man, like I'm really like feeling dehydrated. Like I need some Element, and it helped him too. So it really does help. And also I just realized that I missed, oh wait, no, I didn't. Robert's dude, you guys, we got a 99-cent super chat from Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Cheers. Thank you, Jonathan. And then we got another one from Robert. So
thanks, Robert.
I think Robert's more hammered than we are right now, to be honest.
What do you say?
He just keeps doing super chats telling us to drink. Like, he's not even asking questions.
I didn't think I'd finish this beer by the end of the live stream, but here we are.
All right. We should probably call it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say before we go?
Really, genuinely, thank you. It's such a pleasure working with Kyle and editing some of his stuff, and I appreciate the feedback. That there's nothing like someone other than my mother telling me that I'm doing a good job. So I really do, I really do appreciate you guys, and I know Kyle does too. So thank you.
Definitely. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was so fun, dude.
It was.
I wish Luke wasn't about to join the Air Force because I would definitely come up here and we do more of these. But
me too.
He's got to go surf, and that's something awesome. Oh, real quick, hold on. We got another super chat. I can't leave the super chats hanging, guys. From Colby 1.
Oh, what happened to the third? We got to have one more question.
That was the third question about the Element.
I guess so.
Be drunk.
Robert said another one.
Okay, hold on. Colby said, grow some
balls.
Censored. No, I don't think it's balls. What could that be?
I don't know. It's not as many. I was gonna say
that was funny. Grow some balls censored and hike the Idaho Centennial Trail. How is Flossie? Did he figure out the cause of his vertigo? I don't know anything about the Idaho. Do you know anything?
I don't either, but I was surprised to hear that Idaho had mountains and not just potatoes.
Dude, Idaho's got huge mountains.
I know. I didn't know that until like 2 years ago. I thought it was all potatoes farmland.
Idaho's got a very tiny section, albeit, but a section of the CDT.
Right.
Wow.
I know.
PCT. There's
really cool mountains up there. Now that you mention it, I'm in.
Sick. I kind of want to move to Idaho, honestly.
I'm in. Anywhere that's not the East Coast.
And then also to answer the second part of this super chat, thank you, Colby172. Seriously.
Yeah,
we got Colby to drink too. How is Flossie? Did he figure out the cause of his vertigo? Not definitively, he didn't figure it out, but go and I promise this isn't just a shameless plug for the podcast. But go back and listen to episode number 124 of my podcast Trail Tales. You can find it on any podcast app. And the reason I say that is because Flossie was my guest, and he talks all about what happened to him on the PCT. He gives way more freaking details than we ever did in the videos. And so I love it. You had to just make that little extra effort to get it in
very quiet burp.
Flossie gives way more extra details in that podcast. And I feel like I'm just not going to do it justice by trying to answer that question here when there's an entire hour-long conversation where he talks all about what happened. And so go check out that podcast. I guess I'll answer, how is Flossie doing? He's doing great, but go check out that episode 124 of Trail Tales, any podcast app. And Colby172, once again, I appreciate your super chat. And one more time, I swear to God, if any of you give any more super chats, I have to piss. We have to go. We've been going for over an hour and a half. We have to
go.
Though.
We haven't even made dinner.
We haven't even made dinner yet.
We're gonna be dealing with hot oil after this.
Are we making fried chicken?
I think so.
Let's go. I'm getting hungry too. Robert, one more super. Okay, we gotta do it.
I'm gonna finish this beer.
Should we?
I mean, to be fair, I didn't have much left.
I didn't either, but I'm just a baby. Oh my God, that
no.
We have to do.
I have to get another beer.
I'll save a tiny little bit. Guys, we have to go. We have to make. Luke's making fried chicken, and I'm hungry.
There's been comments about, oh, we need a third question. I've seen a couple. What are your New Year's Eve or New Year's plans? Happy New Year things. My birthday is New Year's Eve, so cheers to a new year, and a new age, and this has been fun.
This has been fun. All right, one more drink.
One more drink. Hope you guys are going to have a good time. I'm going to Colorado to go snowboarding for the first time and bust my butt.
Thank you, guys. We're going to hang up before Robert does another super chat. Thank you guys so much, and good nights. I love you all.
Thanks, guys.
Nice.